Hey guys, Barrett here. Welcome to the very first video for Pickleball Kitchen. In this video, I'm going to show you how to re-grip your pickleball paddle. Let's do it. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step guide on how to re-grip your paddles, but before we get into it, I just want to talk about the different types of grips that are out there. Okay, so there are, in general, two different types of grips. You've got just the regular standard grip that attaches to the physical handle itself. Right, so if you buy a new paddle and it gets shipped to your house, those are the grips I'm talking about. It's the ones that are just on there regularly. And then you have the over grips. Now the over grips are really cool, and this is what the vast majority of players use when they re-grip or over grip their paddles. Let me show you. This is the paddle that I use, the Paddletech Tempest Wave, and yesterday I just over gripped it. As you can see, it's nice and fresh. I know you can't really see like the lines or anything, but there, you can see it a little bit right there. But so this is an over grip. It went over the grip that was on there already. And the reason why people over grip their paddles is because they don't really want to bother taking off the original grip and putting a new one on there. They just want to just put one over it. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more simple. And these over grips are super tacky. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I mean, they're really, really nice to overgrip. And in terms of grips, I take this little bag with me whenever I play because I re-grip paddles for free oftentimes. It's getting a little empty, but in terms of like brands, you know, this is a Pro Light one. This is one from Head. The one on there is Gamma. I mean, you can really use whatever you want. I prefer Gamma overall. Today though, we're using Head. These are actually really cool right here, Head. I like them. They're good. You can use whatever you want. In terms of buying one, though, I would try to get a package that comes with 3 of them. Okay, because when you overgrip for the first time, you may make a couple of mistakes. It's totally normal. I screwed up on my first one too, so it's not that big of a deal. But make sure you get one that has a few of them in there so that in case you mess up, you've got a backup. All right, so let's get to the actual wrapping. Alright, so before we begin, there's one tool you'll need, and that is just a basic pair of scissors. Any kind of scissors will work, not that big of a deal, but if there's excess grip as you work your way up, then you're going to need a pair of scissors. So, this is the paddle that we're re-gripping. Good old Phoenix LTE, great for beginners. Oftentimes I let beginners use this when I'm sort of teaching them how to play. And I want to make sure that the grip is nice and fresh for them. So the grip that's on there already is actually the same one. And so I'm going to take off the overgrip first. So let me do that real quick. All right. So there you have it. That was the overgrip. All right. This is the original that came on there. Now, as you can see, it got kind of messed up. You can see how there's, you know, bits and pieces of grip missing. This is why Pickleball Central doesn't take paddles back that have been overgripped, as you can tell. Now, check this out up here. This is the original grip tape that was on the paddle. Sometimes when people overgrip their paddles, they remove this grip tape. I don't like to, and the reason is because there's a lot of adhesive underneath that tape. And so if you overgrip your paddle, but you're not able to get it all the way up to the top, that adhesive is still going to be on there, and it can get on your hands when you're playing. And that's just not, I mean, I don't prefer that, and so I don't recommend it. So I'm just going to leave that on there. All right, so we have our grip here. This is going to work similarly pretty much with no matter what kind of grip you're using. This little piece right here that wraps around it, this is the grip tape. Okay, this is what goes on the top when we're done. So we're just going to put that to the side. Don't worry about that for now. Okay. So we're just going to unravel this. As you can see, it's quite long. Now, you have a back side and a front side. See the shininess? You should be able to see that. That's like a layer of like cellophane that's on top of that. You're just going to try to get a hold of it and grab it, peel that sucker right off. See? Just like that. You've got all this stuff. Just throw it off to the side. Now, take a look at this. You've got one side of the grip. See how it's thick down here, but it's thin up here? This is where the grip starts. Okay, if we turn it over to the back, see that little square? That is some adhesive. Okay, that's sticky right there. That's what's going to help us guide us up the paddle. Okay, now on the other end, you've got the very end. It just ends like that. It just ends flat. There's no taper or anything like that. So we're going to start with this end. Now, sometimes you'll have some lettering on the grip. As you can see, it says head extreme soft. I don't know if you can see that. Typically, the lettering goes up, right? So you're going to take your paddle. Some people like to flip it upside down. You can do whatever you want. Just do whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to put that tapered edge right on the bottom of the paddle. Okay? Just like that. And our goal right now is to just make a nice straight line as we pull around the paddle. Okay? Now, the trick to doing this well is to pull and then wrap. So you want it to be tight. You don't want to just go like this. You know, see how that's not really tight on there? You want to make sure that you really pull on this thing and then wrap. So you're pulling and you're wrapping at the same time. Pull, wrap. Oops. Let's start over. Pull, wrap. Pull, wrap. And then turn the paddle. Nice. Now, as you can see, flat on this side. See how there's like a flat line? That's what you want. Now, as we get around to the point where we started, see how that's where we started? You'll just start to kind of angle the grip upwards, like this. Now check this out. You see how I'm guiding? I have a nice little guide here. See that line right here? And see, I mean, you can even see the red line right there. All you gotta do is just follow that angle. That's it. You just follow that angle all the way up, okay? So pull, wrap. Turn the paddle, pull, wrap. Turn, pull, wrap. Pull, and just keep it nice and tight as you go. Pull, wrap. Pull, wrap. All right, so check this out. See how each space is pretty much even. I mean, that one's not as even, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. That's kind of what you want. You want this to be nice and flat, so that when you grip it, there's no wrinkles, there's no big lumps or anything like that. Now, when you get to the top, that's where things get a little tricky. I want to get all the way up here and then lay the paddle down flat like that. Let me get you guys a better angle. All right, so this is where the scissors come in. What we're going to do is we're going to cut the grip from the bottom to the top. Okay, this will ensure that we get a nice sort of even finish once we put the grip tape back on. Okay, so make sure it's not too steep, right? So make sure the angle isn't like that. The angle should be more like that, right? Nice and shallow. So we'll just start down here, and our end point is going to be right on the left side of the hosel right here. At least I call it the hosel. I have no idea what other people call it, but nice and easy. And if it's kind of wobbly, if the cut isn't perfect, Don't worry about it. And then kind of go back a little. Make sure that's nice and tight as you're coming up. Keep wrapping around. You see how it gets thinner and thinner? It's exactly what you want. Keep wrapping that thin piece around. That may have been a little too long, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Now see how you got that little tail right there? We've got that right there. We've got to take care of that. That's not going to stick on. So that's what the grip tape is for. Now you're probably already ahead of me. You've probably taken some of this off. Take these little backings off here. What I like to do, I like to hold it in my left hand like that. Pick up the paddle. Again, make sure this is tight. Coming all the way around here. And I place the tail on there. Place the grip tape on. Okay. And just wrap it all around. Make sure that the grip tape is half on, half off of the grip. You see how it's half in there, half off? Wrap it on around. And there you have it. A freshly gripped Paddletech Phoenix LTE. Alright guys, so I hope that was helpful. Here is the final product. A freshly gripped Paddletech Phoenix LTE. Now, if your grip doesn't look perfect, if it's kind of messed up, don't worry about it. I've done like hundreds of these things and sometimes I don't do them right. So the whole purpose is to give yourself a much, much tackier grip. If your paddle is twisting in your hand or if it's kind of moving around in your hand, it's definitely time to re-grip the paddle. The last thing you want is the paddle to fly out of your hand like some deathly tomahawk screaming across the room, right? So definitely give it a try. I highly recommend it. I wrote an article about this. If you want to see more, head on over to pickleballkitchen.com. There's a link down in the description below. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe, hit that little notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I upload a video. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching.